Respect.
So,
Sir.
ready to begin.
I was trying to develop myself in a positive manner. Avoiding anything that reduces my physical, mental, and spiritual growth. I was trying to develop self-discipline. Know to bring out the best of myself and others. I'm used to what others should know. Now I'm a state of consciousness. Respect the laws of mankind. Live my laws and career. Sir.
Black belt pre ready to begin.
Black belt is my goal that will maintain control. As I grow, I love to learn no law. But I was trying to go with the flow with the truth of your sir.
Eddie.
Sir.
How you feel?
Super unique and best, sir. Oh, yeah.
What's our quest?
First the best, sir.
Who are we?
The band, sir.
Meaning.
Better attitude maker, sir.
Cannot.
Constant learning improvement, sir.
10 minutes a day.
Progress each day, sir.
Yeah, to be what?
Great, sir.
Yeah, to be what?
Great, sir.
Let's have a seat.
Okay, real quick, we have a couple announcements. First, we just really want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting.
You ready?
Sir.
Ready. All right, we're starting off the stage drill. Send you to see you step up there for you. Come through, man. You may see a pretty face. Ready? Stay low so you won't be in front. Ready? Ready?
Sir.
It's up.
Sir.
Ready? Come to stance.
Come to stance.
Swallow stance.
Swallow stance.
Marble stance.
Swallow stance.
Half marble stance.
Half mountain stance.
Shibu stance.
Sheep stance.
Hold the tiger stance.
Hold the tiger stance.
Twist stance.
Twist stance.
Crane stance.
Crane stance.
Hammer fist.
Hammer fist.
It's up.
Sir.
Let's go. Ready? Fist.
Sir. Sir.
Last one. Come to stance.
Come to stance.
Swallow stance.
Swallow stance.
Marble stance.
Marble stance.
Half marble stance.
Half mountain
Shibu.
stance. Sheep
Hold the
stance.
tiger.
Hold the tiger.
Twist.
Twist.
Crane.
Crane.
Hammer fist.
Hammer fist.
It's up.
Sir.
All right, turn back. Starting with you, we're going to fall out and make one line back there. Go. So easy in the front. Everybody spread out, shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. All right. You ready?
Sir.
Ready. So.
Sir.
We're going moving marble stance with hands. Open your foot. Ready? Punch.
Sir.
Block.
Sir.
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 Step back and punch.
Sir.
Punch. Block. Sorry. Step back and punch.
Sir.
Block. Step back and punch.
Sir.
Block.
Sir.
Step back and punch.
Sir.
Ready?
Sir.
Hands in the hips, step up, come through stance. All right, step up, 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 step back, step up, step back, step up, step back, step up, step back, step up, right. All right. Moving Shibu stance. Step around. Shibu stance. Step around. Shibu stance. Step around. Shibu stance. Step around. Shibu stance. Step back. Shibu stance. Step back. Shibu stance. Step back. Shibu stance. Step back. Shibu stance. You ready? Line up. Let's go. You ready? It's up. Right leg up the wrong hand. Ready? Move. Listen to me. Just listen. High block.
High block.
Low block.
Low block.
Inside.
Inside.
Outside.
Outside block.
High block.
High block.
Low block.
Low block.
Inside.
Inside.
Outside.
Outside.
High block.
High block.
Low block.
Low block.
Inside.
Inside.
Outside.
Outside.
When I say go, you're going to put it together. High, low, in, out. Ready? Go. Go.
Low, in, out.
Go.
Low, in, out.
Go.
Low, in, out.
One more. Go.
High,
Good. What's up? Right leg over opposite stance. Move.
Sir.
Handset number 1. Ready. Chinese punch.
Chinese punch.
Ram shake.
Ram shake.
Back fist.
Back fist.
Hook punch.
Hook punch.
Hammer fist.
Hammer fist.
Left spot.
Left spot.
Chinese punch.
Chinese punch.
Ram shake.
Ram shake.
Back fist.
Back fist.
Hook punch.
Hook punch.
Hammer fist.
Hammer fist.
Left spot.
Left spot.
Chinese punch.
Chinese punch.
Ram shake.
Ram shake.
Back fist.
Back fist.
Hook punch.
Hook punch.
Hammer fist.
Hammer fist.
Left spot.
Left spot.
He back.
Sir, good.
All right, let's step up this way. Let's step up. Let's run up this way. We need all this. Come on, run. Walk back there all day. You back. Hey. Right leg back. Left leg back. Come to stage. Doing crane stance. Skip that crane stance. Don't cheese on. Ready? Move. Go. There you go. Good work. Go. Keep going. Again. Step forward. Again. Move. Come on. Don't worry about nobody else. We having fun. Come on. Again. Step forward. Move. You ready?
Sir.
Line back up. Let's go.
Sir.
All right. Take a step back forward. Take a step back forward. All right. Right leg back. Couple stance. Move.
Sir.
All right. When I say move, slide back just a little bit. We'll do front sweep, and then come right back up. Full front sweep, stand straight back up. Demonstrate this at one time. Go. Ready? When I say go, ready? Go. Back up. There you go. Ready? Go. One more. Ready? Go. Good job. You ready? Good. Kick, ready? Kick!
Sir.
Side thrust kick on the back leg.
Sir.
Ready? Kick!
Sir.
Kick!
Sir.
Kick!
Sir.
Switch!
Sir.
Ready! Kick!
Sir.
Kick!
Sir.
Kick!
Sir.
Switch! We got side snap kick, side thrust kick. Ready? Kick! Kick! Switch!
was good. Mr. Margot!
hero and all the stuff I went through in the last couple of years that people don't know about. That little man makes me keep on coming into the gym every day.
They went around, and they're going to be doing it for flowers and the water features and the night. And it was funny, as she caught my class, they all just stopped and looked out there at me, and I'm like, can't you see I'm getting my HGTV on around here? What y'all doing? So they came in right away to fix it. So Mr. Henderson, basically what he's doing, he's stripping all the walls. The color scheme that you see out front, the cream, red, and black, that is our school colors. The entire school is going to look like that. We're going to get new floors, traditional Chinese wood floors, mats and stuff. And all we're trying to do is respect our art and teach our children to respect it. And as you can see, in order to be like they are, you have to dedicate a lot of time, devotion, love, compassion, and so forth. They even replaced some hand weights. I don't know what they were thinking. It is amazing. And now if you got to go to Capitol Classics and you saw him in the nighttime finals, Mr. and Mrs. Montgomery saw him with his son. His son is a classical violinist. He sent his son here for Professor Van to teach him. His wife, Sweet Honey in the Rocks, acapella group Grammy award recording artist. So we come from a great lineage. You can never forget that above everything. You come from a strong, powerful, traditional, wonderful lineage. So eventually this will be on the wall. The other thing that will be on the wall with it.
Since last year, I've been working with a manager, and he's the manager of the guy, David Johns of Shark Tanks. That's on the TV show. And every day, he keeps telling me that I got to work on these speeches because our goal is to go out and go around the country and teach the world about the values of martial arts. So I have this speech that I wrote down called Adversity Births Opportunity, because my life is about adversity. And what you've seen with all of them tonight is about overcoming adversity. But when I was home, because I just believe God hits me at a certain time, and I just try to listen to God, and I try to do what God says, because I'm not intelligent enough to even take responsibility for what we see here today. I'm not that smart. That's why our creed say, the universal creator guides us all. And everything that I try to do with each and every one of you is make you better than me. And that is just by listening to my creator. So when I was home, because we have one black belt who always, every time I would speak, he would always say, bring out the tissues. His name is Mr. Harris. Because I'm always going to cry. And I'm trying to talk without crying. But when I was home and I was, just thinking, something came to me and it's like, why do I cry? Well, I cry because all that I do is for my mother. I cry because these dreams were her dreams. I cry for every little kid that was in that neighborhood that didn't make it out, that was just like me. I cry for the first Bruce Lee movie that changed my life and made me see me, but not Bruce Lee. I cry for my dad who did his very best to be a good dad, but he only had what he had. He probably thought it wasn't good enough, but it was good enough to make me who I am today. I cry because I want to leave a legacy for him, and for her, and for all my kids. Because without my instructors, I would not know how to be a man. On my way calling him my instructor, she called me from the film festival. Well, I called Tim because I wanted to say to Master Brown, thank you for the movie and thank you for all you have done. And I called my instructor, Anthony, he said, thank you for even remembering to call me and say thank you. So I cried because he knows how much I love him. I cried because as I told him, I'm glad that you took the keys from me from the dojo and said I wasn't mature enough. I cried for the time that he told me to read my own resume because I don't understand what God has given me. I cried for every time Master Brown said, you have the power to change the world, but you use it to sell drugs. I cried for the jail cell when I was locked down 23 hours and came out one. I dropped down to God and I said, if you change my life today, I will never abandon you. I cried to let God know that I want to do your work because I want my mom to know wherever you at right now, every breath that I take each and every day, in every school, in every home, in every article, in every book is for Martha Virginia Johnson, because if she was alive right now, she would be sitting right here. I am not the man that I am without the path that my parents laid for me. It don't matter if we was in the ghetto, in the ocean. The values that they taught me don't come from martial arts. It comes from my mom and my dad, who told me to always say, thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. And those are the things that's missing in our society today. I cry because it's hard to do that. Because when people cut me off, I want to punch you in the mouth. But I realize that I can't do that because I don't want to go back to where I used to be. So I cry because I fight hard to stay strong. I cry because I know I have to be a living example, and a walking example, and a breathing example for every little kid. I cry for Mr. Glover because at one time I abandoned him as my black belt. And I walked away, and I let them all down. And I promised God that I would never, ever let a black belt down again. And look how the Creator blessed me. I remember the day when I had to go to a courthouse and stand up and be a dad when I didn't know how to be a dad, to grab this man and walk and not knowing how he was going to pay rent. I cried because I'm so appreciative of working all the self-defense techniques on him as we were going to a tournament. I cried because when he was coming up in this school, I beat him down. I did everything that I did to not be a good emotional dad for him, because I didn't want you to judge me and think I was showing my son favoritism. But I cry because I'm proud, because what I did for him and made him a better person. And I cry because I will never neglect that opportunity to give him my love and my expression of how much I love him. And I cry because my son showed me how to become a better dad. I don't know how that cry came about, and I'm proud to cry. And then he told me to jail cell. When I got locked up, I cried every day. And a man said, men cry. Weak people don't cry. And you know what? I'm going to cry for the rest of my life. Because they're tears of happiness. I cried for you today because I hit you. Because I want you to be a better man. When you leave me, it's not about a black belt. It's about being a young man that stands up and changes the world. Each and every one of you. When you walk in, I don't care what nobody say. I know that you are a strong, powerful woman. I don't care what nobody says. It's not about a kid. It's about the woman that we see get through all that stuff out there. It's about this man. Last year, you fell down out there on that floor, on that ground, and I had to grab you. And all I said, don't fall down today, because I ain't catching you. Somebody else caught you, but you didn't have to fall down. You stood up. I cried because this young man right here is my third eye. He's the breath of my life. When I wake up in the morning, I look in his eyes. And when I go to sleep at night and I kiss him, I'm so blessed and so thankful for having a great wife that gave me a great son, that in return made me be a great dad to this man here. Where he has so much talent, and you don't know each and every one of them know that they're supposed to be getting their black belts tonight, because they really failed. And I told him, you're not going to get your black belt. But you know what? Like my instructor in police told me, if I give you tough love, then you'll grow up and be a man. Because in that jail cell when nobody else was around, the teacher did come. There's a little saying, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. But it ain't a physical person. It's a spiritual being. It's all the lessons that you learn in life. And when you're all alone, you and God will find out where you go from here. And that one day after that test on Saturday, that young man brought me to tears. Because I know he has the potential to be one of the greatest martial artists and greatest men on this planet. When I heard him say, let's go, mommy, let's go, money. I mean, go, money. Somebody give me some money. Let's go, mommy, let's go, mommy. That made it touch my heart. You know, when I say that, even when I said it to Amari's mom, I wish my mom would have had the chance to see this. But she didn't. But I know that she died so she can see it, because when she died, she made me grow up and become a man. If she was still here, I would be mommy's boy. So I accept that today. So for you to do that for me, you're doing what I wish I could have did with my mommy. So I thank you for that. I'm so proud of what this mom did right here. She was out there all day, staying away from her own baby, but doing what she can do to push her, because she knows she gotta get ready, because I'm gonna beat her down next year. That's just an inside joke, but I'm for real though. But to see Naeem go through that, and to see Naeem step up and push. But you know what's so special too? He choked out Enrique, and Enrique laid there on that mat. And I said, Mr. Marco, get Enrique off the floor. But then I turned back around, and where was Enrique at? Back on the floor fighting again. So I already see how he's changing as a young man. That's what this is about. So I thank you for having the spirit to step up. Mr. Douglas, for all those times you was doing those cannonballs and quitting, and we had to start over, and start over, and start over. But when I heard you yell, and I heard you scream, I said, that's what it's about. And that's what I told your mommy and your daddy. I'm glad that they didn't show up, because today what you did out there to push to the next level, can't nobody take that from you, not even me. So I'm proud of what you did. Miss Danielle, all that screaming all day. But through all those screams, the word quit never came out your mouth. If you gotta scream it out, and if you gotta shout it out, as long as you don't quit and you keep doing what you're doing, you make us proud. And I know your mommy and daddy is proud of you. And I know when you and your brother looked at each other side by side, it was the greatest motivation in the world. So I'm proud of you. Without a great woman like this, without a great wife like that tolerates my 3 a.m. in the morning when I wake up, because that's how I wake up every day. I have this little saying, if I was able to wake up at 3 o'clock and sell drugs, why can't I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and work for God? So I wake up 3 o'clock every morning without an alarm clock, so I can prepare to make the world a better place for everybody that I touch. But it takes a good wife to tolerate that. I just got to get back up and go to school. Because I might walk in and I might seem like I'm really the person behind all this, but I'm not. Without it, I would not be able to do this. And you know, for Mr. Marco to really step up, I mean, I know he's been through a lot of things, but I'm so proud of how, and all of you parents around here can see that I believe that these families start to become a man. A young man. And when he just did that weapon, and even for my wife too, when I seen him do that for him, I wasn't impressed with the weapon. I was watching like he was going to be huffing and puffing when he walked over there. And he wasn't. He was just ready to go, because I kill him every morning. Right, baby? And I watched Miss Kimber the same thing. She wasn't huffing. So I'm proud of how their overall fitness has improved. So I say to you once again in closing, thank you for giving the BAMs the opportunity to change your kids' life. Thank you for believing in my mom's dream, which I'm just trying to carry on for a legacy. So I thank you. So that's why I cry, because I love each and every one of you. Thank you. I forgot, before we bow, we just want everybody to look at these belts till January. So what's happening, they did all this, then they gotta take a break in October, and then in November they start another cycle in order to earn their belts. But you know what? Because they did such a good job, they don't know. I'm gonna give them all their belts tonight. There's always, so in order for them to get their belts, when their cycle starts in November, to keep those belts, they gotta go. Stand up, Josh. Just want Mr. Josh to see. John Bell, people like that. Miss Donna, can you stand up? We got a brown book, but yes, you are going to be going in a cycle. Mr. Bell. Mr. Enrique. Mr. Enrique. Wait, there you go. So people like that, you guys got to go around, and Miss Raymond, there's a whole bunch of people, and you got to motivate them and bring them on your journey up until January, so when you earn the right to keep your belt, they'll follow your legacy and be ready to go on to take it to another level, better than what you guys did this time, because it's about competition. Give them a good hand for getting that belt.
I told Professor Bam, oh, I can't fight her, I can't do this, I can't do that, that's not right. But today, I was putting it on, Miss Elizabeth. I choked her, I was like, you gonna tell me your middle name? And then I was all up in her face, punching her, grappling her. I wouldn't let her turn around. Every time she was there, I was like, bam, bam. So, I mean, I put her through the ringer today. And for her to start out over 200 pounds, and a cardio mom who tried class a couple times and quit, and then come back again and to become a personal training student with me, and then to transcend to Kung Fu. And I don't even care if she can't kick straight up, I don't care. If you would have seen her today, I was like, get away from her. She don't need nobody, she got herself. It's time for Amy to step up for Amy. And today, I'm telling you, her spine just got a little stiffer. So y'all better watch out, because she gonna take out whatever we did today on all of y'all. So I cannot be more proud to say, in over a decade in this school, we have another woman getting her black belt in Kung Fu. And just for her to really believe in herself today and be the only woman in this cycle means a lot to me as a female. To be strong, and it martial arts aside, but just to be another influence on another female so that she knows she is woman, hear her roar. Miss Amy Lively!
Black belt in the house!
Next student getting black belt from the Bam's Kung Fu. I am extremely proud, and I told Professor Bam today, I know some people were like, oh, where are your parents? But in my point of view, that was the best thing you could ever do for your kids, was not show up today and hide around by that tree. I saw you, Miss Montgomery. And let them find their way. I told the parents, if you think you're going to interfere, you think you're going to cry on my baby, don't come. It's not about what we did to them today. It's about what they are going to do tomorrow from what they did today. And they didn't need their mommy and daddy and their little kids. They figured it out themselves with their teammates, with other black belts, and most importantly, they believed in themselves. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't get good until after I got a black belt. show them things. And I've taken that with me forever. If I fail at anything else, Black Belt is that special in my heart because it's meant to give back to other people. And if he's this good now, and you see what he's about to become after Black Belt, with them legs kicking and fighting, today, none of the other little kids, I was pushing them and fighting with them, they were a little scared. Douglas was like, I ain't scared of you. He was coming back at me. I'm like, okay, I gotta block with this little kid, because I try to make me for real. So, I'm just excited. I am so excited to see the young Black Belt man that he is about to become. Mr. Douglas Montgomery! Why do you think her parents are not here? They need her to do this. She can do this. Now do it. And she did it. So for her to step up and be the only little girl in this cycle and to find her own way, and again, another strong female, cannot wait to see this young lady rise, Miss Danielle Montgomery. The next young man getting Black Belt, in my opinion, besides what he did today was nothing, in my opinion. Because if all the kids have the right pieces about their journey in life, their journey in the martial arts, the goods, the bads, the not so whatever, and this young man, thesis, made me cry and cry, and it has impacted my brain and my heart and my gut for the things that he's been going through. And he always comes in here and he gives back to the other little kids. He smiles. He's so respectful and so polite and just a good gentleman already. And he's got qualities of a man already, a strong man. And when you read his thesis and you see what kids have done to him in school and the things they would say to him and the names, I want to give him his Black Belt just because he refused to be bullied like that again. These are things that make him go in and shoot up the schools and commit suicide. So this young man dug in and he wants his Black Belt so he knows he will not be bullied again. I mean, when I say bullied, I mean horribly bullied. And I probably would have ripped somebody's face off if they had said something to me that they said to him. So not only is that, but he has Zen inside of him. You know, he got empathy for the other person. And how can you do that? It's so hard for us to do that, but he can do it. And the other day, when I was pulling out his file, because now he just signed up all the way up to his second degree Black Belt, I saw his picture. He started with us as an after-school knucklehead. And he was so little, like Messiah in his face. I said, oh my God, he's been here that long. And just to see who he is now. And I'm impressed that he's a man inside a little boy's body. That's how I feel. Mr. Naeem Rashid. puking everywhere. Today, Mr. Adam dethroned him. He puked like, all over the bed. And then he ran in the bathroom. I was like, no, go get him, bring him back out here. He came back, he started grappling again. He ran out, and we brought him back again. So he has dethroned and he is the official puke master. And everybody's like, that was him the second time too. So, and above that, I mean, you guys can see that he is naturally gifted in the martial arts. So it is our job to be even that much harder on him because he has the potential, just like these guys, to become something so magnificently great in life. And it is our job, when you bring him here his parents, to be that extended parent and push him beyond what he thinks is his limit. Because Mr. Adams' goal is to get on the nighttime stage. That's all he wants. Hope you want to win that stage too, right? So I believe he can do it. Sometimes when a little kid speaks out loud those types of things, they manifest. Especially when you're a little kid because you're so open-minded. You're not closed to negative stereotypes or anything like that yet. So I cannot wait to see what he becomes. Mr. Adam Gardner. I wasn't the best mom in the world to my daughter, but because of Messiah, and I guarantee she will testify on my behalf, I became the best mom ever to her and him. And when I first found out I was pregnant with my daughter, I was real young, immature, selfish. I was so dumb at the time. And I remember I'm a tomboy, I like fighting. I don't want no baby, they're diapered. I remember all this stuff. I can't change no diaper, And I went through a lot of things that, even though they were horrible things that happened to me, I put myself before my child. And regardless of what, when you go through things in life, your child is still number one. And I remember I had such a hard time having a child with Professor Bam. We had a lot of miscarriages, a lot of misfortune. We had another little son that passed away. And when I found out I was pregnant with him, Mr. Jeff said, oh, my girlfriend's sick, she got the flu, you probably got that. I went in the hospital, I was like, oh yeah, I got the flu, I'm dying of the flu. They was like, oh, maybe you got meningitis, and so they quarantined me in this little room, and I'm like, am I dying? And then they did all these blood tests and all I kept thinking was, Mr. Jeff done got sick from his girlfriend. Now it done got worse because I've been in there working out sweating. I'm going to die. They come in laughing, oh, you're pregnant. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you're pregnant. I dropped down on my knees in that hospital and I begged God for my child. And I said, if you do this, God, I will be the best mom. I will sacrifice anything, everything. I just want Greg to be a mom and to show my daughter that I'm a good person, regardless of what people say or how other people judge me, because most of them don't know what I went through. And when God gave me Messiah, man, I was so, the more the months went on, I was scared. And the more it went on, I was so happy. Mr. Jeff knew before everybody at Rockville, of course my husband knew first, but at the Rockville school, and I thank kids, I'll be bent over kind of like, this is going to be a rough one. And then when I had my sonogram and I found out I was a boy, that no Christmas ever compared to that. I was like, yes, a boy I can do sports with, because my daughter don't like sweating. She liked the mall. She be in one stuff for 2 hours, everybody, 2 hours. And I was so happy. My big old fat self with a big old belly could have did a cartwheel if I could have. like our baby is our Messiah. You know what the Messiah is? And Messiah saved us as human beings. So every one of his kids has something to do with his mom's name, Martha. So we took Martha and Messiah, now we got Messiah. And I love him so much. I love my daughter, and I love Marco and Naila, all 4 of our kids. And I cannot get the right words out of me right now to tell you, Messiah, how much I love you. You are the best thing that has happened to our family. You made our family stronger. You made me a stronger woman. You made me a better mom. And for once, I'm going to Brad as my boy. We have one black belt that's in Portland, Oregon, and he said, Miss Kimber, if you film everything that they do, send it to them. I'm going to do it and film it and send it back to them. So that you guys can know when we ship this belt off to him, he's going to do everything that he did today. And I promise you, Mr. Jamal has had a lot of beat downs around here, so he ain't getting away without getting a beat down, okay? But he also came in on a break, and he learned everything he needed to know for testing. So when Mr. Jamal sends in his black belt testing video, we will all write him a little note and ship this off together to him, okay? Mr. Jamal Green. Here, Messiah does them best. Good! He walks all slow, then he don't have one body like these teenagers ain't got nothing on my 60-some-year-old body. And then he can get the chokehold on you. That's for a black belt in our school. I told his mom today he's one of the most incredible human beings I've ever met in my life. I love him like he's my real brother. I love you. And I am so honored to be around you. All the ladies like Mr. Marty's the gentleman, he's so nice. Don't take that to get you ain't Rico Suave right now. And they always just say how mad he is. Most guys aren't like you. Most guys are not like you. You're very respecting to the women here. You're polite, you will pull out chairs. Can I help you? Can I help you? You're very rare. You are a rare person. Above even that, we see greatness in your eyes. And if nobody's ever told you how great you are, we're telling you, man, he does things to you, for you, and about you, and things for anything. He loves you, he talks about you. When he tells you to bring that pen and paper, be on time, where's your watch? Has nothing to do with paper or front, has nothing to do with you becoming the greatest man that you can ever become. And your mom has done a tremendous job with you. And I talked to you briefly about, your home life. I don't know much, but whatever's there is a shining reflection from your eyes and your soul and your spirit and your character. So I'm honored to be your black belt today. We were doing the grade sheets earlier, and I wrote down his government name on his grade sheet, and I was breaking off the names, and I was like, Mr. Williams. Everybody looked around, like, who's Mr. Williams? I was like, oh my God. Man, Mr. Owens knows how much we love him, and I can go on and on with a huge list. This man comes in here from his job, like we paid him $1 million. He runs put your shoes on like your mother said. He can teach them all the martial arts in the world, but I'm thankful that he has another strong man besides my husband and his big brother, that when they're not able to look, someone else is. And Mr. Owens, the ladies love you too, Mr. Owens. That all the ladies in this kickboxing class, they will make And Mr. Owens is like the best person. Sometimes when women come into a martial arts school, they're a little hesitant or, reserved when they see all guys. Most time, all y'all parents ask me too many questions and leave me stuck over it. No, I'm just joking. And Mr. Owens,